Now, tech-facilitated sexual exploitation and abuse is growing exponentially globally, and Kenya is not immune. Women, girls, and children are predominantly affected because perpetrators take advantage of the sex, gender, and structural discrimination inherent in the patriarchal society and the economic inequality faced by women, girls, and children. To this effect, lobby group Equality Now, together with other civil society organizations, are now calling on various stakeholders to combat the vice. As Kenya embraces technology, cases of tech-facilitated sexual exploitation are on the rise in the country. According to Paul Adot from Trace Kenya, which is a counter-human trafficking organization, a lot of sexual exploitation has moved from physical to online.
However, there's tech-facilitated, which the abuse does not always have to end off the online platform. For example, exposure of nude persons online, or exposure of children to pornographic materials and that kind of material. So,
speaking during a stakeholders meeting convened to assess the implementation of laws relating to tech-facilitated sexual exploitation and abuse in the country, Adot has added that the numbers are highly among teenagers, further urging the government to help protect young adults who are victims as well.
Government doesn't seem to consider young people, particularly just above 18 and below, let's say 25, who may be victims of the same. Because once you hit 18, then they consider your actions as consensual. But in many cases, you'll find that this does not quite come out true, particularly on matters such as grooming for sexual exploitation, or online sexual abuse, or promises of jobs or opportunities that end up being opportunities for sexual exploitation and abuse.
On her part, Angela Minayo says more needs to be done by tech companies to protect children and young adults.
As much as they keep saying that they have community guidelines, we know that those community guidelines on their own are not enough to make platforms safe. So they have a role to play in ensuring that these platforms are safe. First of all, understand that this demographic is on their platform. That's the first thing. The second thing is to ensure their products have enough online safety safeguards. We've seen this on Facebook. They've tried having age verification to ensure that the content that this audience is exposed to is not harmful content.
Minayo has asked the government to boost the enhancement of child protection online by creating more awareness.
We need to still raise more awareness on child online safety in schools, among parents, among the wider members of the public, to understand that children might not be safe online because of this and this. And when you see something strange, these are the numbers you can call. They still need to do better in terms of making sure members of the public know about the hotlines.
Speaking at the same event, Amanda Manyame from Equality Now says there is a lot of exploitation of children in the country, urging parents to be more involved in protecting their children against online exploitation.
There's a lot of exploitation, which is why we're having the convening now. Not just exploitation from a sexually exploitative way, but also exploitation in that the right to privacy is being infringed upon for our children. But it also goes beyond our children. It also goes to adults as well. So you can download third-party apps that allow you to track and view what your children are doing, agree to the apps they have on their devices. But as parents, we need to know a little bit more about what our children are doing online. But it's not just on the parents, it is on the government, it is on tech companies as well.